Hey everybody, this is Lorelia doing a live stream today. Wanted to go over and discuss with you pretty much a continuation of what I was talking about yesterday. I had a lot of I had a lot of disruptions. Um, I'm a mom, so one thing about me, this is real life. I'm a real person and things happen. Um, so I apologize for being, um, should I say, wasn't concentrated on what I wanted to discuss. But today, wanted to talk about a conversation that I had with um, a client of mine, and it was regarding debts. And that's why I titled this. Let me see, paying your debts versus increasing your credit score. Now, the reason why I titled this video that, or should I say, this live stream, is because um, we're now in the season where people are going to be getting tax refunds. And so let me put the disclaimer out there because I don't want nobody ever saying that I was on YouTube telling people not to pay their debt. If you in your heart of hearts feel like you want to pay your debts by that is a decision you have to make. Like I always say, do not take, whether it's from me or someone else, a scenario and try to cookie cutter it in your situation. So the story that I'm going to share with you all, of course, a lot of stuff is going to be abbreviated and taken out because I don't want to tell the I don't want to disclose the privacy of the client. So I'm going to change some things around, but pretty much the point of the video is going to be what I'm going to discuss. But understand that do not try to mirror your situation and say, okay, I feel like that is similar to what I'm going through, so I'm going to do the same thing. Because, like I said in the video yesterday, um, there's no cookie cutter situation to credit and rebuilding and restoring your credit. So with that being said, so so a client says to me, um, they're talking, um, this was a consultation. So she was asking me about she wants to stop the process of the collector, the debt collector, from pursuing her um, in court or trying to collect on the money. And I talked about that yesterday. I pretty much kind of talked in the legal sense, not that I was giving legal advice, but giving advice because people come to me on asking me when do they need an attorney. So her particular situation that she was referring to is that, and this is what a lot of people do not know, and this is what they think, and I've seen it so many times. Just because, and I've talked about this in other videos, but I'm going to talk about it now. Just because a item is removed off of your credit report, whether it's a collection, whether it's a student loan, or whether it's any type of trade line on your credit report, does not mean that the creditor is going to pursue you, whether it's in court, whether it's by a lawsuit, whether it's by them just continuing the interaction to try to collect on the debt. That's a very big misconception that a lot of people don't understand, and a lot of people are not being told, because most people, when they are in that phase of I want to increase their credit score, which is similar to what the person that I was talking about, talking to was we were discussing. because the person was saying how they were very prideful with how they at one time they had a very high credit score. And so they wanted to be able to go back to that place of having a credit score. And so that is when I had to stop the person to discuss the two, because a lot of people, they want the best of both worlds. They want the ability to have a high credit score along with um, getting rid of the debt. And I know that we live in a time and place now where saying you want to be debt free is the ultimate goal. I'm still going to stick with it is all relative. Because if I really laid down the particulars of this conversation, you would clearly see it is relative. But of course, I can't disclose that information. But with that being said, I've seen it so many times. Again, I've seen it with myself, I've seen it with other people. You being debt free is relative to the income that you bring in. You don't have no income, you ain't gonna be debt free. And that is the reason why we're in a season now where people know they're gonna get some money and they're trying to be debt free. And then on the other hand, they feel like if I get rid of these debts and I pay them off and I become debt free, um, that um, my credit score gonna go up too. And that's why I put the disclaimer in the beginning saying this video is not to tell you not to pay your debts, but understand the two are not related, because I believe, like I told her, there is nothing that I can possibly do or any credit professional that can stop a creditor from pursuing you to collect on that debt. That's why I did that video and saying there are times when you will need an attorney. The only person that can do that would be someone that you hire with to help to assist you with legal counsel. But I don't care. No credit professional. I don't care how many years they've been in in the industry. I don't know how. I don't care how many people they've helped. They cannot stop a creditor from pursuing you. Now, now what I totally believe, and this is what I tell clients. I believe that you can increase your credit score. That is what I assist people to help them with, because I believe, why have the shackles? Why have the shackles on you for 7 or 10 years when you could just move on financially and be able to go on with life? So that's why I ask people, which one do you want to do? Which one, what is really your goal? Do you want to just pay your debts? Or do you want a high credit score? Because those are two different things. And see, those are not the deep questions that many credit professionals will discuss with clients, because they understand that the only thing they're there to do is to remove derogatory information off your credit report. So they will not discuss with you that that in the that even though this stuff is removed, you're still responsible. So that's why people, they'll come to me and say, "Well, I didn't know, I didn't know I was gonna get sued. I had somebody working on my credit, and the stuff got removed, but then I started getting legal notices in the mail, and I ignored them because I knew it was off my credit report." Whoa, that's a whole nother bag of tricks right there. The two don't relate. And this is not to bash the professional that they may have been working with, but the two need to be discussed. They're two different things, two different animals. So you have to understand that when you are in this pursuit, of I'm paying off bills, I want to be debt free, I want to raise my credit score. A lot of people think it's a cookie cutter situation, and that is why the credit industry is so confusing because there are so many moving parts. And I'm not here to tell anybody that you cannot figure it out. Yes, you can, but you have to decide to want to be a student of really how the monetary system, not just credit, the monetary system in this country and how it works and how it is built on debt and is built on credit. That is what you truly have to understand. And so I don't want to get really deep on that, but I really wanted to really mirror those two pictures together. And then also what I wanted to talk about, because I know I'm moving over because I never know what's going on. So now I do because I'm working with two computers. So that leads me to this. Um, oh boy, computer's running low. Do I have? Okay, I didn't realize it. I should have plugged up. But 12%. So many people ask me, and I may not even have time to discuss it uh because I'm losing power. But many people say um Robert Kiyosaki's advice in regards to personal finance, Robert Kiyosaki versus Dave Ramsey. And I really and to me, I'm only going to speak from what resonated with me. I totally believe that those two gentlemen, and it is, I'm going to bridge that over to what I'm talking about, speak to two different audiences. And I believe that Dave Ramsey's, the people who really resonate to his message are people who had really, have not really mastered how to control their spending, their credit habits, and accumulating debt. And if that sounds like you, um, because there's people, and that's not me. I tell people all the time, I don't sit on no credit score. Like I'm not one like, oh, I got a 700 and I'm just gonna sit on a rock like this. I ain't gonna do nothing with it. I leverage my score all the time, so my score can go up, my score can go down. I understand the moving factors that affect my score. I know how to leverage, business credit so it won't affect it. But there's a lot of things that I'm doing with my credit. So, but see, the fact that I understand it, to me, Robert Kiyosaki's message has always resonated with me because he talks about using debt as a leveraging tool. That's not what Dave Ramsey says. Dave Ramsey feels like debt is the devil. Stay away from it. By all means, don't even look at it. Don't do nothing to it. And for some people, that's what they need to do. If you know that you do not have the financial fortitude to accumulate credit, leverage it, you may get in debt, but then if you're bringing in income, you could pay that debt off. If you can't do all those moving parts, then Dave Ramsey's message will resonate to you. Now, how does this tie into the information at hand of what I'm talking about in terms of paying off debts and increasing credit score? See, I truly feel the reason why I resonate with Robert Kiyosaki's, because it's like I tell people, it's what I teach. Increase your credit score. Now there's a whole new world open to you. Not that you're going to now have this high credit score to accumulate more consumer debt. No, you don't want to do that. You now want to be able to use that debt to start building business credit, start a business, get into any wealth building vehicle tool that you want to do, but you're leveraging to produce more money for you. And that's why I said being debt free is relative to your income. Because if you only have one source of income coming in, which is your job, you don't have a lot to leverage. And so, with that being said, I'm going to end it here. Now, Monday nights is when I have a live class. I talk more into the topic. It's not on YouTube, it's a personal class. You want to learn more about it. This is the website. If you go to, I was right there. If you go to Your Money Mentor, you go under business credit. You go under business credit. Down here, you can watch a free webinar to learn more about the program. The class is every Monday, and it is a paid class. Now, for those who have inquired and said, hey, Lorelia, can you look at my credit report? I do a credit analysis for $99. This is it right here. And if you want to just get started with being a client, $199 to sign up, $99 after that, you can get started here. You can also find that at my website, Your Money Mentor. You can find it right here. So it's the same thing. So there you have it. That's my message today. And so understand they're two relatively different things. Paying off debts, increasing your credit score, two different animals. If nobody's ever told you, talked about it, I'm here to talk to you today about it. I don't know why it looks like it's so grainy and pixel. So I'm still working with this camera. So once again, this is Lorelia. I look forward to talking to you in the next live stream. Bye-bye.